Welcome to another episode of Talking World Sports and Didier Deschamps, the French manager. Ugh, how weak was he in the press conference yesterday? After the match, he actually had the gall to criticize the referee. He said that he wasn't sure if the ref possessed the required level to manage a World Cup semifinal. So there's 2 points I want to make about this. And let me just be clear, I'm a fan of Didier Deschamps. Okay, this guy was a hard-nosed central defensive midfielder, captain the France team that won in 98. But this was just pathetic on his part. Number one, this is what you call classic deflection because the referee was not a story yesterday. Yes, the penalty was unfortunate. Okay, Lucas Digne did go for the ball and ended up kicking Lamar, but it was a penalty. There wasn't much controversy about it. It was consistent with what happened to Harry Kane against Mexico. And for the rest of the match, also, no one really talked about the ref. However, okay, yes, the big story was Spain, the way they control the game, their defense, but also Didier Deschamps. What about the job he did? All right, there is no team with the firepower of France. Yet they did nothing yesterday. Those big boys, Mbappe, Elise, Doué, Barcola, Dembele, who have dominated European soccer, they were invisible. And it's not just losing. There was no creativity. You never felt like they were even creating quality chances. All right? Didier Deschamps, you listening? No strategy on your part there. And also, the mentality of the French team. That's on the manager too. For the first time in the tournament, they went down a goal. They were up against a team that's at their level. They faced adversity. And how did they respond? They folded. You did not see fight in the French team. You saw frustration. So that's also on Didier Deschamps. So for him to go after, make up a story, making it about the ref, to me, that is just taking away the lens going on him, the focus on him. And here's the second point I want to make about Didier Deschamps going after the refs yesterday. You know, in preparation for this England-Argentina game, I was watching the BBC post-game analysis of the famous 1986 quarterfinal match between Argentina and England. You know, Maradona's great game, including the controversial goal where it hit his head, where he used his hand. And they interviewed the England manager, Bobby Robson, afterwards. And he was nothing but class. He didn't make any excuses. He just said, things happen. Argentina are a wonderful team. We gave it our best. Well done to the lads. So it was just, and I think for a manager, remember, these soccer teams are made up of young kids. And the coach is an older, somewhat fatherly figure. So he has to set an example. And that's what Bobby Robson did in 1986, and it's why he's so revered in England. But Didier Deschamps did not do that yesterday. And I think, in my opinion, that's going to be a little part of his legacy because I actually think he's stepping down after this. So very just weak, pathetic on his part. And listen, France is going home. And you want to go home with some class, he's not doing it. The rest of the players that I saw, they were fine in their interviews. All right, so now we just turn our attention. England, Argentina. You know, everyone I've talked to about this game, they say the same thing. Even, you know, I was watching a podcast with Paul Scholes and I think Nicky Butt, and they went through player by player, England versus Argentina. And it came out 7-4 when you went player by player in favor of England. But they both said, and just like everyone I've talked to has also said, England is the more talented team, but Argentina just has that toughness about them, that refuse to lose, that makes this matchup so interesting. So we'll see what happens. I'll talk to you afterwards. Have a great Wednesday.